or good evening, depending on where you are. Really not the kind of press conference I wanted to do after the race. Took me like 4 times, I guess, to get this started. Well, first things first, congrats to Patrick, not only for the win, but for absolutely destroying the course record, and of course also to Bart and McNamee. I think in sometimes those two guys didn't really deserve the attention. Didn't really get the attention they deserved before the race. So hopefully they get some now. And also, of course, congrats to Daniela. That's the way how you do this race, right? Overcoming difficult things, and well, I wasn't able to do that yesterday, unfortunately. My race started off absolutely perfect, I would say. The swim was definitely the start in this day I was working for and hoping for, and of course it was a big group, but I made the main front pack, and I mean exiting the water just next to Patrick, and together also with Cameron Worth was absolutely perfect. I mean, I just had a smile running to my bike despite some pain, but hopping on the bike, and Cameron also give me that smile, and I was like, woo, this is going to be a really good day. And then it was almost like you won in a lottery and realized you don't have the lottery ticket anymore. So I hopped on the bike, and instantly it started to shift completely randomly. I didn't touch like any buttons, nothing. I checked before the race, everything was completely fine. I knew that sometimes rain can affect these electric gearing systems, but we protected it against the rain, and I had never ever had any issues with it prior to the race. Or in training, I was racing in Turku in Finland with rain, and in Weissei as well. Never had any issues with it, and so I don't know. I mean, I couldn't really do anything about it, and then 2 or 3 times it just suddenly shifted from the big and the small chain ring, and then of course at one point the chain got dropped into between the frame and the wheel, and somehow it, I don't know, made the wheel started to rub on the frame really bad, and I had to stop and get a new rear wheel. Unfortunately, this was a little bit of a wider rim, and so it wasn't working with my brakes. So we had to stop again and just open the brake completely. So just had front brake left, which is not a problem on this course, fortunately. And thanks also to the neutral support. They were like super quick, really helpful, and did their very best to help me out in that situation. And then I mean, I lost about 2.5-3 minutes with that problems. And then Lionel came from behind, and I mean, at this moment I was just so gutted. I was ready to drop out, but Lionel pretty much kept me in the race and said like, well, this is not over yet, and and he did all the work on the front, I was, I don't know, mentally completely devastated. And so yeah, he basically just pulled me to the main group. And yeah, I don't know what to say. I mean, I think everybody or a lot of people this morning have a similar story to tell. Bag full of excuses. What everything went wrong and stuff like that. But that's just how the race sometimes is. It makes you and it can break you, and it definitely broke me. Together with the other guys, and I also kind of broke myself. I just tried to hang on in the group and finish the ride, and just try to save energy and tell myself that it's not over. But at one point, it's just very difficult to believe in your own lies. And when I got off the bike, it was pretty much clear that it's gonna be very difficult to finish this marathon. I had problems in the last 3 weeks. I mean, in the last 4 years probably, but more in the last 3 weeks with my heel and my Achilles on the left side. Yeah, we were quite sure that it's possible to still get together a good marathon here, and I was able to run in the days before the race, and it was actually okay. It was not like completely bad, but I think it's just so difficult when everything comes together. You are not, at one point you're just not willing to hold off that pain for the whole marathon. And I wanted to try, but yeah, so I passed my wife Tina and Luboš, my coach, and they said it's not a good idea to try to finish it. And I walked for a couple of meters, and then it was just not possible anymore. I mean, I realized that I'm probably gonna damage something for the next month or whatever, and so therefore it was just, I guess it was the right decision. Of course, that's always very difficult to say now. I think I should have tried it and try to honor the race and give everything for the finish, just like all the other guys. But yeah, in that moment, I guess it was the right decision, and it was just the third race in my career that I wasn't able to finish after 3 crashes in Wiesbaden and the mechanical in Bahrain. That was the first one where I really had to pull out because my body wasn't cooperating. That's how it is. Thanks for everybody that cheered for me and crossed their fingers, and especially thanks to all my partners. Because they also put a lot of effort in this day, and so therefore it's also, I feel very sorry for them to let them down. And we invested a lot in this race this year, so but like I said, a lot of people have a similar story today to tell, and so therefore that's what this race is about. Sometimes it throws everything on you, and I wasn't able to handle that yesterday. So anyway, I wish you all a great day, and thanks for following along. Of course, I'm gonna give my very best to have another shot at this next year. Cheers, guys.